Hello, I'm Sister Katie Eiffe. I'm a sister of St. Joseph of Carondelet. The Gospel for the fourth Sunday of Lent is the familiar story of the prodigal son. I admit, for much of my young life and even early adulthood, I did not understand that parable. And because I didn't understand it, I didn't like it. But all that changed after I had entered the Sisters of St. Joseph. When we were novices, we used to meet with our novice director once a week. One week, we happened to be up at Lake Placid for a workshop. And so my meeting with the novice director took place in a rowboat on Lake Placid. And somehow we got talking about the parable of the prodigal son. I blurted out, "I don't like that parable." And she said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I don't understand it. It's not fair to the older son. The younger son goes off and spends his inheritance with his friends and in a wild life with no regard for anyone other than himself. The older son stayed home and did what he was supposed to do." The novice director said to me, "Well, who do you relate to in the parable?" And I said, "I'm the older son. He stayed home and did what he was supposed to do." She looked me right in the eye and she said, "Yes, he did, Katie, out of obligation and not out of love." I almost fell out of the boat. I realized in an instant that I was the older son. I followed the rules. I was a good Irish Catholic girl. In that moment, I knew that my spirituality, if you could even call it that, was based on obligation, not love. Sister Mary Ellen went on to say, "Katie, the whole point of the parable is the Father's love and forgiveness, his love for both of his sons. Neither son responded in love, but the Father loved them both and forgave them both." I've pondered that moment for years. I hope that I understand the parable now. I hear it as a call to conversion. I hear it as a call to discipleship, to love as Jesus loved. Following the rules will never make me a disciple. Loving as Jesus did and forgiving as the Father did makes me a disciple. I fail often, but I hope that I have learned to return to the Father each time I fail and to accept his embrace, his love, and his forgiveness.